Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see a man back for a 15th NFL season. Eli Manning and the New York Football Giants do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A few moments ago, it was Desmond Trufant of the Falcons making their way out of the tunnel to the delight of this sold-out crowd as his guys get set to do battle with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they can get it.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll have Matt Ryan calling the shots, the former MVP and 3rd overall pick.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play. As if someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. Working from the gun, Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for Because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now Manning throwing on second down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third.
Gun. Receiver.
On third and long, it's Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alec Ogletree in there to get him. That's sack number 6 for him on the year. Third and long. It's Ryan. Center with a grab over the middle. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up with another 15 against your squad.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. The numbers for Freeman a week ago. 16 carries, 78 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play call, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Manning. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Tack McKinley, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. throwing on 3rd and long. Manning. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And with a flag down, he goes down.
Holding.
So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And our players spotlight now as we turn our attention to Eli Manning. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step in.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
On play action, it's Manning. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing to do.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And maybe just lucky to get that pass away.
And maybe should have held on to it because I don't know what you thought. That didn't look like the primary receiver to me.
No,
I agree. I think he's coming over a secondary target. Maybe in that situation, you don't throw it at all. Eat it, take care of the football. They're fortunate nothing bad happened on that one.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
But that kind of loss of yards, that is usually an error by the guy carrying the ball. At the 1-yard line.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. They'll get it up the middle. And who's got it? The Giants.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Throwing is Manning, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Manning. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, that's the kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it. And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a play fake. Manning to Barkley on the check down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On second down, here's Manning. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
Intentional grounding, offense.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Shotgun now for Manning. This will be caught inside the 10. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Here's throw caught at about the 5. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Ryan will throw again. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line.
Zebra. Hey, go 56. 27 to Sam. 27 to Sam. Hey, go 56. 27 to Sam. 27 to Sam.
One final try now for Manning. He finds his target, Beckham. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll go to Barkley again. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first runner off the board. We just saw why. His ability with the ball in his hands to turn a nice little game into something big. He makes plays no matter how you get him the ball.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing on first down is Manning, and it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Rosas good with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Let's go.
Play action. It's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside. Make a move in that direction.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot, letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. On 3rd and goal, Ryan keeps himself upright. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. A beautiful fake. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And New York set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Working from the gun, Manning. And he gets it complete to Latimer. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now
down.
your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Heads up. Zebra.
From the gun, it's Manning. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the 1st. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Shelby in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Zebra. Heads up. Zebra.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty. But there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise he's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance. And that usually...
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And our players spotlight now as we turn our attention to Eli Manning. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to...
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They begin with a run by Barkley. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Play action. Manning. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Grady Jarrett forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
Receiver.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Manning. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Regular.
Manning now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now Manning, a free play here. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Automatic first down.
Offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Manning now to throw. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay... aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again?
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. B.J. Goodson in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now. They feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. New York set to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Throwing now is Manning. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from leading this game. Rosas now to add the PAT. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kareem Martin in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to throw just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it, as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again.
Players have contracts that are about to expire. Re-sign them so you don't lose them to free agency.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, Alex Smith on his third NFL team, the Washington Redskins, take on a man back for a 15th NFL season, Eli Manning and the New York Football Giants. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
In the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be commanded by the veteran QB, the former Walter Payton Man of the Year in the league, Eli Manning.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Manning going to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Manning, buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now the rookie first-rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop it for a second straight play right at the line of scrimmage. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it with a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
What kind of game are we going to have in store for us? I understand the call here if it's the final 2 minutes and you're losing. But this is the opening drive of the game. That is too big a chance for my blood. But give them credit. They got it to pay off.
Manning now on 1st down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught inside the 15. Manning to Beckham. A big play there. 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
He'll get it up the middle. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Manning. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And possession will switch hands 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Zebra, zebra. Zebra, zebra, zebra.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Manning, he'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And the reinforcements coming as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Shotgun now for Manning. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Crowder now to return. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now Thompson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. You see Thompson's numbers from a week ago. 15 carries, 64 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Out of the gun, Smith. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. Throwing is Manning on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
And he spins through. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his crew will take over with a football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Manning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They go play action here on 1st down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. On play action, now Manning. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, Yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
They start the drive with Peterson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They run it here with Thompson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now running right through it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 15 and a first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Here's Manning to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42. Yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Josh Doxson's got it complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And who's got it? The Giants.
We have seen this be. And we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it in.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On first down, it's Smith. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Kareem Martin in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Pass interference, defense.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Pernell McPhee in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. Manning to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Breaking that one up, the former All-Pro Josh Norman.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but Only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he's got his man, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham as the first half is winding down. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. Charles, it's the second quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as a quarterback, but like I said, it's the second quarter, so how worried right now are you?
You're concerned, but you're not panicked because you know there's still an opportunity. No one's excited about his stat line right now. One touchdown pass, okay, that's cool, but he's throwing an interception as well. Can he eliminate the mistakes and keep making the positive plays, the good plays? That's what they're looking for from him.
Time to find out if he can do just that. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin across the Atlantic at venerable Wembley Stadium in London, where you see the final score there. Carson Wentz, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Ronald Jones, over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Kareem Hunt taking over. 2 touchdowns thus far. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
And now look at him go. The 30, the 20, touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. Where he stands right now, as you see, already over 1,000. You have to think 2,000 is a real possibility. Long way to go in the season, but what he's done so far, spectacular.
It is, and you know what he's also hoping for? He's going to play a lot of man coverage from here on out, because one of the best ways to slow down production is to go to zone and double, triple team, put a number of people in the area that you expect him to run into. But man-to-man, every receiver believes he's going to win that battle. And you know what they all do? They all keep kind of a book, you know, on what the defenders do, how best things. And he wants to be able to refer to that book and beat one guy at a time.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. And his pass incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Zebra.
On third down, Manning. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Manning. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. To Barkley on the check down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down. That's Thompson. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on second down. It's Manning going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he's got some space here. Adrian Peterson off to the races. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are going. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Eli Manning and company getting set here as they head back onto the field. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the third quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, there weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
Well, we'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. Now Manning. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He'll let it go deep for... And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run with Thompson. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On third down, it's Thompson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now it's Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man.
And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. From the gun, it's Madden. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the...
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Smith on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the 1st down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Manning, he dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kareem Martin in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Yeah, baby.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Beckham, the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Manning. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On 3rd down, Manning, and bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not straight.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kareem Martin in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he'll go down at the 28. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought he was going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Smith now to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And Hopkins' kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And New York set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Working from the gun, Manning. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Manning. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best.
And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Pernell McPhee in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
To throw, it's Manning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
On 3rd down, Berkeley. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Manning. Open man right side is Ingram. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Manning going to come up on 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to throw, Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Zebra.
Now Manning. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this Tomlinson. In there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Kareem Martin in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. They'll look to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. And he'll spike it with 16 seconds remaining. And incomplete here. So that will leave him with 16 on the clock. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because theirs haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 23 yards on the play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Giants, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons
Players have contracts that are about to expire. Re-sign them so you don't lose them to free agency.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see a man back for a 15th NFL season. Eli Manning and the New York Football Giants face off against Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
20! 180!
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the... So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. inside the red zone. It's Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
They'll try to run with Breida. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? It helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They moved the ball well on their opening drive.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Operating from the gun. Manning. It's caught. Beckham. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
So we have to remember, this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. That was the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop it for a second straight play right at the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. New York set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Manning now on 1st down. To Barkley on the check down. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number 1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kevin Dodd in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance, because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. 3-3 our score. We're back to Santa Clara after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And Selleck here, left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being 40. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Pierre Garçon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Kevin Dodd in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep, because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever. Vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here, 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mario Edwards in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And it's a fumble. And who's got it? The Giants. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So the fumble recovery, and now Manning. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Working from the gun, Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Kevin Dodd in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, here's Manning. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
To throw on third down, Manning. A bullet throw, but incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. On first down, Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now, 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Caught left side, Garcon. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch him by surprise.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. To throw is Garoppolo. His throw caught at about the 5. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
So after the INT, it's Manning. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to take over. Line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
20!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Is able to put it through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the gun, it's Manning. And he's got his man, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham as the first half is winding down. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. PAT up and good by Rosas.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30-yard line. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And that's going to be incomplete. So you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. Spinning away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Manning going to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Zebra.
Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Manning now on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 23 yards on the play.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, Help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Manning. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by a Kenner Witherspoon. And a short return to the 6-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Here's Breida. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. Now it's Morris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Zebra.
From the gun, Manning. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gold now out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. New York set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Manning able to find OBJ there for a Giants 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend?
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Here's Manning to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. The Giants on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Again, it's Manning. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Solomon Thomas in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Rosas good with the extra point. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later, not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't.
Now the ball comes loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Down there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it through.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run with Breida. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. Also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble. Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Black 80! 180!
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And Gold is able to put it through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Eli Manning getting ready to go again on offense. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. So that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
A gain of 6 there on first. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Manning again. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Back to throw. He finds Beckham complete. A Giant first down. Manning to an open Beckham.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Manning going to come up on 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. He's back to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
I'm starting to wonder here. Are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. And they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Zebra, zebra, zebra.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another 4th quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
This is Morris. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. And that one blown up quickly before he could even get started. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. 3 for 3 so far, and a 4th would win it. And the 13-year man puts it through, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead. Hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Hey, gun. Zebra.
One final try now for Manning. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight And this one is going to be a safety.
Players have contracts that are about to expire. Re-sign them so you don't lose them to free agency.
Let's go, let's go. On the hop, fellas, on the hop. Who wants it? Let's see some hustle out there today. Got a big game this week. Come on.
Field set. Blue 88. Blue 88, set. Blue 88, set. Set. Blue 88. Blue 88, set. Field set. Field set. Go blue 80. Blue 88, set. Field set. Blue 88. Set. Blue 88. Blue 88, set. Set. Go blue 88.
Listen up, fellas. I think we all know what today was. Today simply wasn't good enough. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Today was not good enough. Next practice, I want it better.
Blue 88, set. Blue 88, set. Set. Go blue 80. Blue 88, set. Go set. Go blue 80.
Players have contracts that are about to